Así que me gusta. Me gusta.
Hello, and thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Jeremy Colbastian, and I am one of the co-creators of Standing. And I'm so excited to introduce to you our new web series. First, I'd like to say a few words about the production. Then we're going to have a short Q&A, followed by a few more remarks, and then we'll watch the first episode together. So, not a lot of people know this, but Standing actually started as a brief script several years ago, written with my friend Brandon Spink. It was about comedians in New York following their passions. Turns out, there was actually a little-known television show with a similar premise called Seinfeld that already existed. With that script took a backseat. I spent more time making other film projects. That's when I realized Saskatchewan was the perfect place for this story to take place. We've got some of the funniest and most talented people on the planet. Standing is about three comedians trying to make it in their small prairie city. Spoiler alert, the show really isn't about their stand-up sets, but rather them working together in their struggle to find success. Like our characters in the show, Alex, Kent, and Jess, this web series found its footing when a bunch of great people and organizations worked together. So I'd like to take a minute now to thank them. First of all, I want to thank Creative Saskatchewan. Without their generous support, this project would not have been possible. With the Creative Saskatchewan web series grant, we were able to bring this project to life while including many different young creative professionals in the province. Thank you to the Saskatchewan Film Pool. Their support of the project elevated the level of production to a higher level than we could have ever expected because of the fantastic, high-quality equipment we were able to shoot with in their facility. To Paved Arts, thank you for allowing us to use your absolutely beautiful space for episode 3 and 4. It's amazing getting to have this beautiful city, this beautiful facility in this city right here in Saskatoon. To the Broadway Collective, your space was perfect for us to film the first 2 episodes in. I can't wait to film more projects there in the future. To New Image Medical Aesthetics, Katie Catering, and my parents. You took time out of your busy schedule to feed and keep over a dozen cast and crew happy. You have no idea how much it means to me to have a family that supports my crazy passions. I love you both so much. Mary and Clark, I had such a blast writing these episodes with the two of you, and I appreciate everything you brought to the project. You guys came up with the funniest lines in the series. Thanks for bringing that laugh factor to the next level. To our spectacular crew, Abby, Phoebe, Carter, Liza, and many others, thanks for bringing your A game and making every day on set a blast. And putting up with me requesting one more take about 1 million times. To Zach, your graphic design work and your detail in the poster was next level. It's beautiful, and honestly, I'm a bit biased, but I think it belongs in an art gallery. Jet, Tanwa, Pearl, and Mary, it was an absolute pleasure working with each of you. You are all so talented, and your range and comedic timing is outstanding. Thank you for bringing these characters to life. Haley, you kept us on time and made a crazy 10 days fun and enjoyable. You helped everyone feel comfortable on set to do their best work. Thank you for being there for me to lean on during long days of filming. Not only were you amazing at scheduling, but you stepped up and took on extra tasks that were essential to the project. Reed, our sound mixer extraordinaire, he brought everything to the next level. Each piece of Foley, music, ADR, it brought a new sense of life to each episode. And Saskatoon is truly lucky to have a sound extraordinaire like you. So, to the executive producers of the show, first, Kyler, my partner in crime, your amazing Steadicam footage and camera operating gave the show its unique look. I'm so lucky to have gotten to spend so much time with you over the last couple of years, and this project is no different. I loved planning shots with you and Thomas on the floor of my living room, laughing and burning my mouth on lava cake. Those are the memories I'll remember for the rest of my life. Thomas, you bring detailed color to each episode with your lighting and post-production skills. Your passion for film inspired me every single day on set. You always lent a helping hand to anyone who needed it during filming and kept going long hours to ensure we got the best shot for each episode. Sophie, this project simply would not have happened without you. You wore many hats and kept us safe during a crazy year. It was an honor getting to make this show with your production company, Floor 13 Films. I can't wait to see what we do next. To all of the other cast, crew, and extras, all of your support made a big difference in how this series turned out. We've made something really special that we should all be proud of. There is no greater joy in my mind than making passion projects with your best friends. I'm so lucky to have a group of people that I can be myself around and turn ideas into a reality. So, to all the viewers at home, thank you for tuning in and supporting local creative projects. I'll now pass it off to one of the executive producers of the show, Sophie Kokot, who will be moderating a Q&A with some of our cast before the episode. Hey, everyone!
Hello. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all so very much for joining us for the virtual premiere of Standing, the web series. How wonderful is this live stream going? Special shout out to Thomas for manning the live stream and also to Zach for the amazing graphics and poster design. This project has involved so many incredible, talented creatives, and we are so excited to celebrate all of their hard work tonight. Of course, we wish we could all be in person right now to celebrate. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. But we're glad you're all safe and healthy at home. While this past year has been a roller coaster, to say the least, we're so happy that we're able to continue what we love to do, which is make movies. My name is Sophie Kokot, and I'm one of the producers of Standing, and I'll be the moderator for tonight's pre-show Q&A. But let's not waste any time. Let's get to some of the most important people of the evening. With me tonight, I have some of the cast of the web series. I'm joined by Tanwa, who plays the character Alex, Jetson, who plays Kent, Pearl, who plays Casper, and of course, Jeremy, our talented director, creator, and hilarious actor who plays Brian. But I also can't forget Mary, who plays the role of Jess. All right, so thank you all for joining me this evening. To start us off, I'd like to ask a question to the group. What do you think will surprise people about this show?
I think what surprises me anyways is how many different shots we were able to get and how many locations it looked like we had when we were shooting a lot of things in the same locations.
Absolutely, I agree.
I think the biggest thing that's going to surprise everyone is that the fact that I'm in it, because I still can't believe I was in it. Like when I got to the, I was like, oh my God, it's actually happening. I was actually in this. I actually did this. It's amazing. So I think that's going to be the biggest surprise.
And you did a wonderful job in it.
Oh, thank you.
What about the rest of you? Anything else that you think will surprise people about the show?
Honestly, I think that I'm looking forward to being surprised myself. So I feel like it's hard to speak to because we've seen the first episode, and you know it's exciting to be able to watch the other three with everybody else for the first time.
Absolutely. So for the group again, what was the most fun or exciting part about playing your character? Why don't we start with Jet for this one?
Awesome. Thank you, Sophie. Well, Kent is a complicated character, and I think that the part that I find the most enjoyable about playing that character is he's unpredictable, and when you're walking around set all day playing this kind of really out there character who can really do nothing to surprise people, it's fun to kind of try and test those limits on and off the camera. And honestly, through most of the thing, I could say pretty much any just ridiculous little Kent joke, and everyone took it very seriously. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I really liked playing Brian because I feel like my goofster self is like his base level, and he's so optimistic in a way. So I feel like I just had a lot of fun, and even though my character didn't wear shoes and it was cold sometimes in the snow, I don't know. It's just fun to kind of be like a more embellished version of myself.
For sure. What about I guess Pearl, what about you?
I was just gonna say I'm kind of in the exact opposite situation where I had a lot of fun playing Casper because it was such like a quiet and timid, but also like weirdly intense role. And I liked kind of like only saying 2 words at a time, but it was good. It was an interesting character to play.
I like playing Alex because she was completely different from me. Like, I'm very chill. I'm very good with the flow. Whatever works. And she was very tight. This has got to be this way. If anything goes wrong, the world is ending. And me, I'm just like, there'll be a tomorrow. So that was kind of fun, just playing the opposite of me and like getting to be serious. I'm sure my parents will be so proud to see me that way. Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Mary?
I feel like there's a couple of things. One is this kind of clashing dynamic that I think Jess has, which is really fun to play with, which is when someone thinks they're one way, but they're really another way, or they're trying to be something, but they're obviously not. And I think that's something that I won't speak too much to before the episodes air, but was really fun to play with Jess. And in addition to that, just taking that dynamic and then putting it up against all these really different, unique personalities that were also spread throughout the scripts, and it was really fun to explore those dynamics.
Totally. Jeremy, I have a question specifically for you. Besides kind of COVID and making something during a pandemic, were there any other challenging aspects of bringing this script to life?
I think when, you think of challenges, I guess there's, a few different ways to look at it. One is financial. And that's kind of easy because you could always, make a movie make a film with more money. But for me, I think it's the biggest challenge is trying to figure out, I obviously have an idea of what's funny to me, but that's not necessarily what's going to be funny to everyone else watching at home. So really just taking the advice of, I wrote the episodes with Mary and Clark. Seeing, what they thought, what was funny, what makes sense. A lot of times I naturally don't make sense. So like as a human, as a person, so it's just great to be able to bounce those ideas off of. And once we overcame that challenge, I think we did really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. Aside from Jeremy, the rest of you haven't actually seen the entire season yet, or the rest of the 3 episodes. We've seen the first. What are you guys excited to see, or maybe nervous to see?
I can go. Oh,
You go first.
oh, okay. Thanks, Pearl. Excited and nervous was the question, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely excited to see kind of how the jokes play, especially when you're in a film set and you tell a joke that everyone who's there has seen you say 6 to 20 times already. It's just kind of playing to a bit of dead air. It's like a tricky little thing. So I'm very curious to see if a single joke my character did even lands. No. It's a hilarious script, so even just saying the words is probably the words that Jeremy, Mary, and Clark have written will come through. I'm nervous to see the deeper moments because there is a lot of depth to the story, and I think it'll be really cool to kind of see it from the outside perspective.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited to see Pearl's character. I can't wait to see that on. Because like as we're filming it, it's kind of like not choppy, but you know, you don't really get to see what it's gonna really look like. I want to see that so badly. I think that's gonna be hilarious. I know everyone's gonna love that because I found it funny even when it was just like we're doing it constantly. It was great. And I'm honestly just nervous to see myself. Like I've never watched myself before. I'm always too nervous to see myself. So that's what I'm happy and excited for.
For sure.
I'm most excited to see the things that I wasn't in like on set for. Like even watching the trailer, I was like, I forgot that happened because I wasn't there. So I'm excited to see the things that I haven't seen at all.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know,
Yeah.
I've seen all of the episodes, obviously, and I'm excited for them to see all of the scenes with the slime. I'll keep it at that, but it was fun to watch.
I think I can reflect a little bit of all of these, honestly, and yeah, I'm just excited to see everything come together and be reminded of all the things that we weren't there for, or the parts of production that happen after, you know, we all leave. Like even the intro, like the graphics in the intro that Jeremy put together, it was such a nice touch to the preview, and I'm looking forward to all the little things like the color correction and the sound and the editing and just watching it all come together.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. And it is funny too. It feels like we were all together on set not that long ago, and then we realized it was months ago, which is kind of crazy. Jeremy, film projects continuously evolve from creation to when they're released. How close is Standing today from what you envisioned when you first began development?
You know, it is actually pretty close. You know, in the opening remarks, obviously, you know, it started as that idea is a bunch of professionals in New York City. Turns out that's just a great value version of Seinfeld. So, you know, in terms of the characters, I think, you know, I couldn't have imagined a better cast to have been chosen. And, you know, I think you each just added like such a flair that maybe it was a little bit different when I thought about it, when I was writing it, but it just made it so much better and so much more unique.
Yeah, absolutely. I echo what Jeremy said. I think you guys have all definitely brought the characters to life, which makes me very excited for you all to see. All right, final question goes out to everybody. After filming Standing, who here considers themselves a comedian? And would you ever consider stand-up comedy?
I have always wanted to do stand-up comedy, but I'm afraid I can't be funny for like 10 minutes straight. Like
That's tough. That's the tough part.
I can be funny, but I don't know if I can be funny consistently.
I think I tried stand-up after we shot this. Or maybe it was before. I honestly don't remember because when I was doing it, I just blacked out completely. You know, you get up there and you're like, well, I think I said what I meant to say. But yeah, it was intimidating and very challenging. I think it'd be fun to try again as a fun challenge and a way to push myself and to be humbled. But as for the comedian title, I don't even know when one adopts that. Like, for example, I have a friend who has been working in science for, I don't know, 6 to 8 years and only just now is finally comfortable calling herself like biologist. So I feel like it's an imposter syndrome example, I suppose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would like to try to be a comedian. I mean, my family and my friends would probably hate me by the time I'm done with it, but like, I think I could be pretty funny. Yeah, I could try it out. If this doesn't work out, let's go to that comedy. Why not? I like to imagine I make people laugh. I make Sophie laugh all the time, so like.
This is true. I think you're hilarious. I think you should give it a go.
Thank you.
What about Jet or Jeremy? What do you guys think?
Jed, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually, through this series, have realized my dream of not being a stand-up comedian. But I do have to say, when we all just kind of were messing around and went and did a little set on the stage, the people who blew me away were Tanwa and Sophie. And I went, whoa, I would pay to come see this. Me on stage telling jokes, I would not pay to see. I would probably have to hand out money after, but those two, I would show up any night.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeremy?
I found a couple months ago, I found a stand-up, like a little notebook I'd wrote for stand-up ideas from grade 10. And first of all, half of it I couldn't read because my writing is so bad. But of the things that I could read, I just had no idea why it was funny. Jokes about dogs eating KFC and different things like that. I definitely don't want to try. Well, I do want to try stand-up. I just think I need to prepare a little bit. Maybe start with a fresh new notebook. Now, I wouldn't consider myself a comedian, but I think I'm on my way to be an entertainer. So we'll see where we go from here.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Awesome. And with that, we have come to the end of this pre-show Q&A. Thank you all for joining me. We can't wait for you all watching in the live stream to see all the hard work that these talented people have put in, plus the hard work of so many creatives that aren't in the Zoom call today. All right, back to you, Jeremy.
Awesome. Thank you, Sophie. So, once again, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone for showing your support and being involved in this project. So, if I can remind and encourage the people watching this, if you can like and subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, show your dog, show your cat the web series, that would be amazing. Now is the moment we've all been waiting for, so enjoy the first episode, and I'm so excited for you all to watch it. In the YouTube live stream, and we'll see you after. Check it. Make sure you freshen up.
Before show rituals, I have to take exactly 6 Maltesers before I go up. Any less, and I don't have the energy anymore, and I need to take my lactase pills.
So, how did everyone advertise for the show? I mostly shared it on Facebook and put a couple of posters up.
I told my mom and her friends.
Good idea. Patricia always brings her crowd.
I'm trying to issue an Amber Alert.
You kidnapped a child to promote our show.
I've been reading a lot of business books about unconventional marketing strategies. It's all about getting the person's attention, so naturally leading up to tonight, I've been making a series of cryptic messages. Like the Zodiac guy. I'll leave a message on the dash of their car, ideally on the inside. If they solve the message, then it leads them to the venue for some good comedy. You just really need to get the customer to work for it.
This
This right here is marketing gold. As a talent manager, this is exactly the unique type of innovative thinking Brian Earl Talent Management is looking for in new clients.
You kidnapped a child to promote our show. Why would you do that?
Everyone sees those.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Why are you... Hello? Oh, yes? Uh-huh. Really? Yeah. Well, 3618 Cylinder Crescent. I'll be downstairs. Well, we're excited to meet you.
Who is that?
Well, it seems Kent's sociopathic marketing worked. It caught the eye of a local talent manager.
We met at our community hall's drop-in acting night, but quickly found that our acting styles just fit more into doing our own thing, so we formed our improv group, the Fidget Sitters.
We decided to host a comedy night in my uncle's club because there aren't a lot of places in this city that would put on something like this.
Yeah, well, most importantly, that talent manager is coming. He manages the best talent in the area. If we can impress him and sign a deal, we can do bigger shows. Not just in Kent's uncle's club.
You don't like my uncle?
This agency's you acting like that, he's never gonna take us on as clients.
We should have a signal for when he gets here, so that Kent can stop being so Kenty.
Actually, I've been working on my bird calls. Yeah?
No.
My style of comedy? Oh, it really changes all the time. I've been dabbling in physical comedy. One thing I've been testing out is the pure comedic genius of being slimed.
Wow, the way you're hanging up those lights. Yeah, girl, hang them up.
Casper and I met ages ago. We clicked immediately. They've got such a gentle spirit.
I have an idea.
So do I. How about we start investing in peanut butter that's made just for elephants?
No, just listen. I was thinking we take out the smoke machine, right? Really put on a show for when the agent gets here. Really show him how professional we are.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great. Just, don't tell Jess.
Why? Is she scared of smoke?
No, she just doesn't approve of the smoke machine. You get one Girl Scout badge of fire safety, and you're the queen of the fire department.
Did you bring the mic, or?
Yep. It's in that box.
Thank you. Kent, what the hell is this?
It's a microphone.
No, Kent, this is a toy. How the hell are we supposed to be taken seriously if I sound like Jerry Seinfeld got trapped in a helium factory? And what about this bucket of mucus?
That's my slime.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know what? Never mind. Doors open in 20 minutes. Everybody get ready. I've never done anything quite like this before, no. But I was the stage manager for my middle school's production of Schindler's List, the musical. The local papers called it a bold choice, so. Check, check. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? Does anyone have a birthday coming up? I recently had one 9 months ago. A friend, well, specifically a blog, told me that Tylenol actually comes from willow bark, so I tend to savor on a piece or two for headaches 10 minutes before a stressful show. Girl Scouts taught me to always be prepared, and you just never know when a frontal lobe migraine is gonna hit. You never know. Hey, everybody be ready to go, yeah?
Rituals? None. No. I'm kind of known around town as the crowd work guy. I try and learn some backstory over the weeks before the shows of the people going. Really helps you build a relationship with the people watching. And, well, it makes the comedy really personal.
Any sign of Brian yet? Or?
No.
Okay. Hi, thank you for coming. Thank you, have a nice time. Oh, I'll look at his side show up at 9:07 p.m. Someone's iWatch must be set a little slow,
Hey, Kent. Oh, I cannot wait to hear what the Lord has been cooking up in that noggin of yours.
Oh, thanks, Pastor Matt. And hey, I'll be looking for you in the crowd.
Why the heck is there a pastor at this show?
Well, I invited my youth group.
My set isn't very Christian. You didn't even tell us that you were in a youth group.
Jess, look. Okay, my journey with faith, that's something I'm gonna have to do alone, okay?
Okay. Oh my God, fire!
No!
Oh, it's Bandit.
Walking away, your words are lost on me. It's taking everything not to turn around. Throw it away, see if you'll let go of me. when you're not holding me. I can see it now. Hey, when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. I'm up all day, all night, replaying our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No, I can't rewind the time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose this. If I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose this. Sometimes everything's on the line. I'm gonna lose it. I promise I'm gonna lose this. When I say yeah.
Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows.